Okay, Cannonball Nation, it's hump day here in the Source Media studio, and we're getting ready to go live with another outstanding episode of the Motorcycle Cannonball Chronicles. Good to see all you guys tuning in. Walter Bednarski, Keith Kronoff, Mike Draco. Good to see you here. Steve Henderson, Washington State, Jason Hallman. Hump day, man. It's hump day. Eckhart, man. This is Sparta. Getting ready to go live with a fantastic show. Hey, remember to hit your like and share button. Help us get this show out all over the airways. We want to take a second and thank our network partners over at Chopper Town for helping make this thing happen all across the globe. Everyone at Cycle Source Magazine. If you like what we're doing here, give them a like and share. Go over and check out Chopper Town. They're supporting Two-Wheel Entertainment top to bottom. It's fantastic. A lot of good stuff over there. 2.5 minutes, and we're going live. Get ready. Motorcycle Cannonball Chronicles. Beth, are you kidding me? It's raining again in New Jersey? How is that possible? David Crumb's in the house. Mary Butts. Team Butts represent. Pat Fitzgerald. Godfrey, Illinois. Trisha Chance, Team Not a Chance, good to see you here. Mike Draco representing Sin City, Cincinnati, Ohio, in the house. Good to see you guys. Medford, Mass, Tony Tello Sr., as always, great to see you. Shaker GR, good evening to you, my man. Matthew Lucas, Jersey, represent. Big crowd in Jersey, man. Getting ready to go live now, just 2 minutes. Countdown is rolling on and we're getting fired up. Chopper Gary, there's a name I didn't expect to see. How you doing, man? Utah in the house. Michael Mercebergen, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That's my hometown. You could just stop by the studio and watch us live with me. Nancy Keener checking in from Maryland. Vanessa Buck, Sparta. Great audience tonight. Parking lot's filling up. We're going live in just 1 minute. Get ready. Walter says it's better than snow. Rain is better than snow, but not as good as sun. Going live real quick. Get ready. Great episode tonight. Eddie Canner, Central Texas. Mike Jensen, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Tom Banks in the house. Mr. Banks, good to see you. Indonesia reporting in. 22 seconds. That means it's time to get this one out of the shed and up onto the road. Let's go live with this week's installment of the Motorcycle Cannonball Chronicles. Here we go.
Hey, I'm Jason Sims, and I am coming to you from the Motorcycle Cannonball and Banks Gas Services studio. You can follow us on www.motorcyclecannonball.com. Again, I'm Jason Sims, coming to you from the Motorcycle Cannonball Banks Gas Studios. We got a great show for you guys tonight. Great. Heck yeah, this is one that we've all been waiting for, let me tell you. We are going to have so many laughs. I don't even know where to start at. I mean, it's going to be off the hook. we're just going to spend a few minutes here going over a few little things for some excitement that's actually coming up tomorrow. We'll get into that here in just a minute. But first, let me bring in my co-host, Mr. Rob Nussbaum. What's happening, Rob?
Hi, Jason. How are you?
Well, hi.
Hi, what's new, Jason? What are you
You
up
like
to?
my new? Did you like my new intro?
Yes, I love your new intro. Motorcycle brought to you by the motorcyclecannonball.com.
Hey, I'm trying out something new, you know.
Yeah. Chris Callan does a good one. Chris, jump in here. Our engineer, Chris, can you jump in here for a second with us?
Sure.
Yeah, do it. Do your thing.
What do you want me to do? This is Chris Callan come to you live for the Motorcycle Cannonball Chronicles. Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you to another fantastic show in the Banks Gas Services studio. Fantastic lineup tonight. I hope you all join us in smashing the like and share button.
That's how it's done.
Smash it.
Smash
Hell
it,
yeah.
baby. Smash that like and share button. You know where
I
it
try to
is.
do that, but I can only remember like one sentence at a time, you know.
You know where it is, folks.
You get past that, I'm like, I want to look over here, look over there. Oh, dang, what am I talking about?
Okay, now point to the sponsors above your left shoulder. There you go.
No, we're not doing that game anymore.
We're brought to you by the fine folks at Source Media, Chopper Town, and the affiliated networks that carry the Source Media broadcast. How's that, Chris?
There you go.
How'd we do, Chris?
Awesome. You are the tiny acorn, my man.
Hey, so check this out. We're gonna have a killer show tonight. You know, this is one of them shows that you just wait for. We're gonna have some really good times, but
I'm scared.
We also have some other excitement. What's happening tomorrow?
What's happening tomorrow? I'm supposed to ask that. Isn't that in the script? What's happening tomorrow, Jason?
Hey, guess what? We are opening officially the registration for the cross-country chase, the little mini chase.
Yeah, but is that a cool April Fool's joke or what?
No, man. We want to do the opposite April Fools. We wanted to get these guys in here and do something. So
it's going to be April Jewels.
So I think, we have some of the people that have pre-registered. We're sending the link out to them a little bit ahead of time. There is still a little bit of time to get pre-registered if you want that email link to be sent to you a couple hours early before it goes out to the general public. But other than that, I think it goes live at about noonish, 11ish. Just keep looking at the website, themotorcyclechase.com. It'll be on there.
Do we have some video that can tell people what the motorcycle chase is all about?
Hey, you know what? We have a new video. It is premiering right here, right now, and tonight? On YouTube. Yeah. We actually put it on YouTube about an hour ago, and I'm becoming a YouTube sensation. But we're gonna roll it for you guys right now.
Hey, I'm Jason Sims, the owner and promoter of the Cross Country Chase. So everybody's been asking me since 2019, will we see another event? The answer is absolutely yes. We are planning, without a doubt, to bring you another cross country chase, another challenge of man versus machine, another endurance run for the ages. That's right, we are doing a mini chase this 5th of July, starting in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Presented by the legendary Motorcycle Cannonball, the mini chase powered by Law Tigers is a test of endurance, speed, navigation, and knowledge. Riders and machines will compete an average of 270 miles per day over a 5-day period. Riders and machines could endure fatigue, mental exhaustion, cold, heat, elevations, and all the ferocious elements of Mother Nature. Riders will navigate the course of the cross-country chase on their own. No support crews of any kind will be allowed during the riding of the events. Riders will have to think about what they need to pack to make it the duration. Tools, parts, and luggage must be packed on your motorcycle. It is just you, your motorcycle, and some of the best two-lane roads of America. Speed. Riders and machines will be challenged to complete stages in a timed fashion, which will require maintaining certain speeds, strategically planned stops, and managing time throughout the day to check into the final daily checkpoint at the required time. Navigation. Riders will have to successfully navigate the 5-day, 1,340-mile route without going off course or getting lost. The cross-country chase will provide riders with a navigation map each morning that will give turn-by-turn instructions based on mileage. Knowledge. Riders will be given a 60-question quiz that will cover aspects of the route and American motorcycling history. This will count towards each rider's final score. You think you have what it takes to do the cross-country chase? All you need is a motorcycle between the years of 1930 and 1960. For more information, see us at themotorcyclechase.com.
Hey, what do you think of that?
Who was that guy?
Hey, just tell everybody out there to keep their texts and their calls down until after the show.
Can I get an autograph after the show?
Yeah. PayPal me $5 first.
How about Venmo? Can I Venmo you?
I think I got one of those.
If they're sending you money, you got one.
Heck yeah. So yeah, anyways, tomorrow, if you're interested, get on the website, get registered. I have a feeling the thing is going to sell out quick. So we have a lot of interest, and
And that's coming from Chasing Jason himself.
Yep, you don't want to miss it.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you what, man. This has been the hardest freaking thing in my life. To not tell you, not tell my other buddies, not tell anybody what we have planned. I mean, it's been, it's so special. It's like, dude, I want to tell everybody.
Say what?
I know, but I'm holding tight. So
keep your lips shut, or Leanne is going to smack you upside the head.
No, she's on board. She wants to tell everybody. She's like, I can't believe you're doing this. Blah blah. I'm like, nah. It's part of the agenda, part of the program.
How's
part of the challenge of man versus machine, not knowing where you're going.
I heard registrations are up and everything's going well, huh?
It is, yeah. So
get your registrations in early, man, because spaces are filling up.
They will fill up.
It's going to be interesting with the extended timeline. It's up to what, 1960? What?
1960, yeah.
60. Yeah.
1960. So it'll really open it up to some people, I mean, and that's what we want. We want everybody to play nice together and hang out. So whether you're on a Cushman Eagle or a frickin' Bruff Superior, we don't care.
Survey car. I heard you had a survey car.
We got one crazy dude out there that wants to do it on a survey.
That's very cool.
We'll see if he does it.
That's very cool.
So, heck yeah, but I haven't heard from the chopper dudes, and I really haven't heard from the panhead freaks a lot either, I would kind of open it up for some of them guys.
How about some of them early triumphs?
Oh, dude, them are be killer.
Yeah, some of them.
Hey, so I do have a bounty.
On.
I'm kind of considering thinking if somebody wants to do it on a 1947. I think that was the first year. I can't really remember, but if somebody wants to try to do it on like a 1947 Whizzer, I may just sponsor you myself.
Wow. A Whizzer.
So,
that's kind of neat.
Whizzer.
Whizzing cross country.
We'll see. We'll see if anybody wants to step up.
Cool.
So, but no guarantees if I'll sponsor you or not.
Yeah, Panhead Chopper would be cool too, right?
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Heck yeah. How about a Whizzer chopper?
Amen.
Hey, you know what? Our guest knows a lot about choppers. He kind of came up in the industry of the chopper nation, I guess you could say. I think we should just really get into it right now and bring our guest in. What do you say we meet the rider?
Let's do it.
Happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that. Oh, the happy dog. Oh, just a happy. Good, my happy guy. Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that. Oh, the happy.
That was good.
We had to come up with a special intro for you tonight.
You put some work into that. That's awesome. That's about the truth, right?
Yeah. You're not
I went on a
You're not Mike Cables, though. You're Jerami. JJ.
Yes.
Jerami baby.
Yes, it's Jerami Johnson, but make it short.
Well,
JJ.
tonight we're going to call you Mike Cable.
I just went on a tear on social media and like reserved. I found out Hardcore Happy was available, and I went out frantically and like got that. So maybe I should now. See, I better jump on this. Better get on the happy thing. I'm used to.
Are you
clown.
a TikTok man?
I'm used to clown or fool, but I'll go with happy. That's cool.
I pity the fool.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. This has been a long time. I'm so happy to be looking at everyone's face.
Right.
Kind of, right?
Hey,
you know.
So for our people out there that don't know,
yes.
Our guest tonight is Jerami JJ Johnson.
Yes.
And he is actually our first guest that is coming in from across the water. He's here from Japan.
May I just interject? Dynamite.
Can I get an amen?
That's when I know that's when I know this is the Gray Beer Caucus. I don't think anybody would know that reference.
Yeah, nobody got it, huh?
I got it. Yeah.
Hey, any of you listeners out there, do you know what dynamite comes from?
Yeah,
type it in there.
I grew up on that, so yeah. So I'm I'm over here in Japan, and I probably make the longest. Well, I don't know if that's true. Is that farther than the dudes coming from France or Europe? I might be tied,
France.
I bet it is.
I'm not competing.
Yeah, definitely it is.
I definitely get on it's definitely a long journey to it. My journey to even getting in. I don't know if you want to get into that now, but my whole kind of like backwards fumbling into this thing is really a lucky story. So it's been pretty crazy that. Yeah. Okay. So
tell us about the story that is JJ.
Yeah, I think it's important. Like, why am I here? Because I'm definitely like outside this lane, and this lane being you dudes in this whole race. You guys are all kind of like a final boss. You know what I mean? When you win the video game, this is like final boss. This is the collectors. This is super in down the rabbit hole inside baseball lane. You got to have built a lot of time to know how to shoot, how to hang out with you guys. You guys are just so it's out there. So that being said, I was introduced to all you dudes in this whole world by really it's Jeff Decker. And I was working for Hot Bike Japan. I've been shooting for Hot Japan for a few years. And I was doing a feature on, to do my thing. And then I'm doing, Jeff's shooting at Jeff Decker's place, and he's like, "Oh, you should go shoot this museum." And I'm like, what museum? Because I'm just such an idiot. I'm like, okay, and then they're like, "Oh, old stuff, okay, Rust." That's kind of where I was at with it for a long time. I just didn't know. I was doing my best to figure it out, but I'm like, this stuff is, look at this junk. These guys are fools. And then you see all this and you realize like, so I basically went down and did a feature on Rick Salisbury and his wonderful museum legends out in Springville, Utah. And then this is the best part. I was shooting around in the museum, and then I ran into Rose, the Wrangler competitor for Legends team. And he happened to say, hey, you know how to use a camera. You should go on the Cannonball. We need a guy taking photos. So I being the resourceful dude that I am, piecing this together, I was like, what? Okay. And I remember, so I scrambled back. I got hold of a car, borrowed a car, and like raced back over to Jeff's place and said, hey, and I knocked on his door, and I can remember this day, Jeff come to the door, and then I said, hey, do you think there's a chance I could get on this thing called the Cannonball? I've heard about it. I mean, I know that you do it. And then it just went on from there, this process with Rick Salisbury bringing me into this thing. And then all of a sudden, oh, here's some plane tickets. And then all of a sudden I'm kind of like introduced to Jason, the whole family here. And I remember the first messages, Jason, between you and I, like way back, like was like, oh, who's this dude coming? Right, because no one knows, right? And I remember the first thing was like, okay,
it was like super cool. Last minute.
Yeah. I'm totally like, who's this guy? And then it was like, hey, can we, yeah, I guess we're going to use his footage, or I remember something like that, just like a technical thing, like, yeah, whatever. And I'm thinking like, oh, these dudes have no idea what they're in for. So I show up and I just like jumped on the back of a motorcycle and rode around like the pit area and started filming. But I mean, it literally just kind of went from like an introduction to all of a sudden, I couldn't believe it. I was on the greatest race, the greatest thing any dude that shoots motorcycles could be on. This was just unbelievable. And
well, let's stop right there for a second, because I want to talk about like the very first time that we met and kind of what people thought. Like I said, it was really a lot of last minute stuff here that went on. I mean, I think this all kind of precluded within 1 week of the Cannonball starting. So, I just hear from Rick and the guys that, hey, we're bringing JJ and he's going to film some stuff. His real name's Jerami Johnson. And I was expecting like two different people. I was like, Jerami Johnson, sounds like a little 135-pound computer geek, or you're going to come across like Jeremiah Johnson, the fucking kick-ass cowboy, And you were neither of those.
We get the glasses, the white glasses wearing guy.
The more West Side guy coming from the rainbow part of town. Yeah, I can't.
So we were all kind of in shock just to see it, like, oh, yeah, who's this guy?
The coolest guy, who turns out to be the coolest guy.
And and it goes all the way back, and I don't want to go on my whole like fail forward business plan. I always say if you want to, if you got a bad idea to film something, I'm all in. Let's do it. So I'm not really always thinking about this huge profit motive. So it's led me on this crazy journey to even get to you. How I even got to this point.
Let me stop you right there, because I think you're on the wrong side of the freaking camera. All right.
Yeah.
Because you are a personality like no other. They broke the mold and then made you, JJ.
It's the jazz hands, dude. I went to the school to learn. I studied 4 years of dance. So,
are you going to do something?
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Let's do something for us tonight, then. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's take it back a little bit.
I'm trying to keep myself under control, so I don't want to lose it too hard on you.
Didn't we see you dancing on the intro? Was that you?
I'm sure I was, if you let me edit. That's not a problem.
Happy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no problem there. For sure. 100%.
Right. So sorry, let's take it back a little bit. I mean, let's kind of start of how you got into the industry. I want to kind of know what made JJ in the motorcycle world.
So I went to UCLA and got a degree in choppers, and then went on to get a I ended up I'm not good at one-liners. So I don't want to go on and on about it. So basically I got a friend that got famous. And that's how it all started. I was working in apparel, kind of doing my thing. I was in Taiwan at the fact. And then all of a sudden, this guy named Jesse James comes on the scene. And he has this little show called Monster Garage. And Jesse and I hung out in high school and all that. And, when we're friends, and I'm best friends with his cousin, Dave. And I really just got a phone call from Jesse one day driving on the freeway, because I just got back from Taiwan, and he said, "Hey man, what are you doing?" Or literally, can you cuss on this show?
Sure.
Yeah.
What's up, fucker? It'd be like that. What's up, fucker? I can't do a good Jesse James. What's up, fucker? So anyways, I would have got, he called, reached out, and then I go, okay, what do you need? So I went to Monster Garage and just became like a sidekick. My big first job was to put fireworks in his tool chest and pick up his energy drinks and then I became the guy. If you guys watch Monster Garage, I'm sure people have watched it. Have you watched it?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So any of those parts that came on the set, all those things have to be bought. So I was a show wrangler. That's not technically. It's I was just I was that guy fetching stuff. Yeah. Then all of a sudden, Then all of a sudden it was hey, we got this fan club thing and we need someone to take some pictures. So I became that guy. I got a camera and I started just shooting while doing the little running around, literally getting coffee for the producers and doing everything I could. I ended up getting the money bag. But here's what's really funny, and I don't know if Jesse would know. They also gave me the keys to the truck, the Monster Garage truck. So that means I didn't have to ride my bicycle to work every day anymore. So then I had the keys. I had the keys to the Monster Garage truck for months. And then I got this big bag of $5,000 cash every couple of weeks. And I was basically this guy, they're giving me all the responsibilities. And I was like, what? This is crazy. And then it just kept going. And then the fan club happened. And then there's all kinds of shenanigans in there. But you're just helping Jesse's world, find this band. Right. And I have a lot of connections to bands and stuff. So I became helping out getting bands on the show. But, everyone was doing that stuff. But it was, it was just such a perfect environment. Anyone could do anything. You didn't have to be from TV. You could just do it.
You're a top music video guy now?
Yeah, right. So I end up basically filming and doing a lot of stuff on video sets. I end up on that whole little trajectory for sure, but I'm never in any. This is the weirdest thing about. I'm the most unknown dude as a cameraman for sure. I've been around, I've shot all kinds of people, done all the right stuff, but it's always kind of in the corners, just following passion. Doesn't, not the smartest business path, but always just kind of what? You're riding a motorcycle where? How it is. You're just trying to as a cameraman, how many video camera guys do you guys know that are in the motorcycle scene, right? It's this many, right?
You and me.
Not many.
Yeah, it's and especially you get to my level of what you're doing, shooting stills, video editing, that's this many guys. And so, but that also, it is. This is not you're not going to make millions on this stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm doing everything I can to stay out there. And this is what it means to be part of a motorcycle cannonball, motorcycles, being part of Harley's, V-Twin. Sorry to all the Indian folk out there, but I'm just, I've chosen this camp. Don't hate me for it, but I just, because I end up in my little Harley chopper world.
Well, the network pencil pushers don't get it. They don't realize what the crossover is here. You and I had this conversation at the start of the chase.
Yeah.
They just don't get it. Luckily, we have people like Source Media who totally freaking gets it.
Absolutely.
So, can I get an amen?
Can I get an amen?
But anyway, Monster Garage takes off, right? And then I end up filming and being part of the crew and doing, I'm a B camera guy on the credits or whatever. And I'm a guy doing all this work, but I end up on History of the Chopper. And that was kind of my real break where I was Jesse said, here's a camera, which I broke twice. You know what I mean? And then while I was working at West Coast, this dude, Simo, that works there said, hey man, you should stop riding your Vespa around and get a Harley. Because I had a Vespa. And the Vespa I bought from Bill Dodge, dude. I bought a Vespa from Bill Dodge for, I don't know, $2,500 or something. And it had a expansion chamber. And I thought I was so sweet rolling into West Coast choppers on my Vespa, right? And so I do that, and then just do your thing, right? With what you got, just run what you got, man. And then one day Simon said, get on this street glide, just try this. And I was like, I don't know. And I just kind of always I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I just come from skate, surf. I just didn't get it yet. And I'm so late to it. And then finally I was like, okay. And that was it, dude. That was it. I don't know, just something clicked. And I was like, oh, I'm all about this. And I don't know, something about the Harley did it for me. And then when I went to finally get into this, another friend scored me on my first bike and all that stuff. And then along the way, I started shooting from the bike. And that's the key part, is like, you need one. You always go out and ride with your guys. Someone's riding. It just happened to be, I like the guy to take pictures, shoot some video. And then that's how it shaped up. And then I tuned that, you know what I mean? I took all this like skill and I figured out how to do it on the bike without hurting anybody else,
Because you're a freaking nut out there.
Yeah, but
let's talk about
funny.
your
People don't
technique.
know. People don't know. That's the thing. We're not talking about that right now. All these videos they all like, they don't understand, dude. I'm saying I got Lichter beat. That dude's got a driver. I'm no hands across America going back and forth. So, Lichter, I got you on that one, bro. Your pictures might have you got better photography. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when it comes down to the bike, I might have you hit Lichter. So I wouldn't want to be Lichter with all that crazy gear that he's on another. Of course, he's a photographer, but that's a whole different. He's on another wavelength.
Did you just throw down a challenge? Did you just throw down a challenge?
Totally. Let's go, Lichter. Let's go. I drive it. No. Shh, don't tell him. No one's gonna hear this, right? Don't tell Lichter any of this because I drive him freaking crazy. All the time. I'm Jason, everyone's seen it. They're like,
come on, Lichter, me and you, baby. Me and you.
Okay,
come on,
only me and you.
JJ.
Okay. What I'm saying is that if Lichter asks to take her picture, don't take the photo. It will drive him crazy. And then film that. Like Lichter is his own reality show. But the trick is you gotta find his triggers. Because he works so hard, right?
Lichter?
Oh, I have videos of Lichter and stuff. I got all kinds of stuff. Him losing his shit. Him and his friend. Best thing about the Cannonball is watching Lichter and his driver, Dave, right? It's Dave. And they're riding along and they just progressively start to go crazy. This whole thing that Jason's laid out makes you crazy. No one gets it. Like, there's a certain day where everyone cracks. And that's where I'm like, okay, today I got to eat well because I need to be tuned up to watch all these people lose their fucking minds. So I go out there and I just start like filming. And like, it's kind of like, you see this, you just see like, it's everything from tears to like unfortunate crashes, all that shit. And then, but being at a sandwich place and watching like Lichter and the rider go in, get their sandwiches, and then they part ways and sit at different tables to eat their sandwiches. I know I got something. I just start like,
it's like a married couple.
All right. Yeah. Hold on. We're having too much fun here. We got to take a break. Let's do a little happy. Take a break. Look at some commercials. And we'll come back. So everybody, happy. Everybody in the audience, do this with us right now.
Right.
I know you're home. We can't see it, but just do it.
Hey, let's show them what we learned pre-show.
Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that.
No, we were saying this is bad for culture. No, this doesn't look good. No, we're white enough, dude. Don't do this. You don't want that.
I'm getting seasick. Roll that commercial.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Perfectly alive, make me feel alive. Till you come back home, until you come back home.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm with Banks Brothers Motorcycles. One of the things I want to show you today is our new improved engine puller.
The changes to this machine has been in the arms and in the hands. We put heim joints in the hand to allow rotation of the engine, which makes it easier to get it in and out of the frame. With the angle change, we have equal clamping pressure on them. And over here we have what's called the posi lock, which allows this to be locked in place and the engine can't swing from side to side.
And we're going to show you just how easy it is to pull the motor out of the bike right now. George is actually going to come in, make contact with the cylinders, tighten it down, and he'll pull it out of there.
You lift it up, rotate it, and bring the assembly out of the frame. You see the motor starting to move and it centers itself. This allows no side play once the motor's in place, and it keeps it safe, it can't fall out.
Visit BanksBrothersMotorcycles.com to order your Banks lift.
Happy, happy guy. Oh, just a happy, happy, happy guy. Oh, just a look at that, a happy. Oh, the happy dog. Oh, just a happy, happy, happy. Good, my happy, happy guy. Oh, just a happy.
Happy, happy, happy.
That is dynamite.
Hello, lucky person. You got the number right, because you are talking to Kid a Dynamite! Dynamite! Pure dynamite! Dynamite! They're so sexy they almost turned me on.
Come home to comedy with Good Times. Weeknights at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m.
That's the other JJ.
Hey, where's our JJ at?
Where is he? Where'd he go?
Oh, there he is.
Hey. Wait, can
He
you
had to
see
do
my,
a set change.
are my, like, can you see my moves? Are they like below the, I don't want to, I don't want to show
No,
my
that,
food.
that shirt doesn't make you look fat.
Does it? I think, yeah, you don't want to see the side. Wait, oh my God, I feel the whole, dude, I gotta do something about this. I need some help. Okay, what do you think? I don't know.
Oh, new hat. New hat.
Yeah, I changed it up. We could go back. I don't know which way.
I
you
like
wanna
that.
Go.
Yeah, yeah.
Stay with the white ones.
Yeah.
White glasses, that hat.
Okay, I'll go with this hat. This is my, this is Chandler Tatton Baird. I got the biggest head in the world, so I'm able to get a custom hat for my head. These glasses though match my balding. You see, like that's people think this is like an accident. It's on purpose. It's like coordinated right there. Sick.
Heck yeah. Hey, let's
go ahead.
Let's get into what
cool.
Really we brought you. Let's I want to see some of these videos that you create, and then let's talk about them. Let's roll the first video.
Exactly. Thank you. Am I supposed to be talking now? Let it roll.
Yeah, if you want to narrate it, let's narrate it.
So at this point, I've caught, like, I'm supposed to be chasing down, the Legends team, and that's Rose from the Legends team that got me onto the race. So that dude is a sweetheart. By the way, just give him a Corona and he will help you with anything. That dude is such a good dude. I filmed him helping
he's a good
so
guy,
many.
Rose.
He is good people. Like, I can't tell you how much that dude, like I could cry thinking about how rad he is. So
go ahead.
So some of the coolest shots
I'm a crier, so I got no problem with that. I got nothing to prove. I'm no Mike Carson, dude. When the shit goes down, I'm gonna be behind Mike Carson. You know what I mean? That's the kind of guy I am. Go, Mike, get him. So I know we're gonna talk about Carson in a second and my love for Mike Carson. But anyways,
one of our listeners, Mary Butts, said you found Steve Butts' jacket on the side of the road. Do you remember that?
Yes, I did. Oh, that, yeah. But no one found my hat. Yeah. Hi, Mary. I'm glad I found that. And I found it in the most random place. And I hooked back around and I was like, oh, I'm going to score something. No, I'm just kidding. I hooked back around. And I was like, this is somebody, because basically Cannonball leaves a trail of oil across America basically there's an oil trail. Well, yeah, sorry. We leave a trail of carnage across America that is completely eco-friendly and stuff. So anyways, one of the things that falls off these bikes is the gloves. It's me filming, just watching like, oh, somebody's glove, but if it's a jacket, yeah, I'll stop. Or snacks, donuts, stuff like that, any kind of snack food, I'll be, Arr! So there's just a trail cannonball. And how it is, we could get into that stage stuff, but let me finish about Rose and the Legends team. So this is funny because I got on this race because of them. That was who I was working for. So I was like, oh, I'm with these guys. And it's kind of like when you're with your parents and you go on holiday as a kid and you're like, I want to jam out, right? The whole time you're just kind of like, this is cool, but I want to go over there with these weirdos over here. I'm saying, okay, who's that guy? Later becomes rowdy. You just start, who are all these people? I got to. So, but I loved all my time with Legends, but it's like trying to balance all that. And the thing is, he didn't care anything. He was like, I annoyed him. That was my master plan, drive him crazy. And then he kicked me away, said, go film some other people. And then when I started filming, and I would randomly catch the Legends team. And they're always on my mind because I was like, got to get the Legend, make sure that the team, and I was always after the team shot. And that shot right there is when that team is really pulling it together. They know they're going to make it, and you're pulling Glacier Highway, and they're going uphill. The bikes are running, and they're Rick Salisbury and his riders, Landon and Rose. Our bikes are running good. They're pulling together as a team, and you could catch it in that. And there's a few shots I have when they're just moving up that road together, and they're in this group just mobbing through America. Like it was amazing. And when you hit that glacier point, and you could see anybody that rides and watch that video knows Rose is getting his headspace on, and that's what that shot's all about. Right? To me, that's what it's about. It's about some duties, because pulling those bikes. Like, what year were there Hendersons? Like 27, right? 20.
They're I think between 24 and 28.
Let's look at some more of your videos. You gave us a lot of video. This is supposed to be a video show. In fact, we have a regular segment that we do here on Cannonball Chronicles. Weekly segment. Cool. Jason, what's it called?
1,000 words.
Asterisk JJ, 5,000 words.
But you are 5,000 words.
Yeah. So, should I let this breathe or watch it first?
Let it breathe a little bit.
Nothing in your legs, in your hips. You had your helmet on, so that's a good thing. I broke my shoulder here. They couldn't set it without an operation, so I still got a floating shoulder bone. I got 4 broken ribs by the spine, had a bruised lung, concussion, other bruises, road rash like that. So I won't be able to set the shoulder till Texas, till we get home. So right now, this is what my shoulder looks like. It goes all the way down to here.
When we were sliding, I remember seeing him slide into me and go off in the ditch. Then he kind of did 2 or 3 good tumbles, and the bike just laid on its side and stayed on its side.
When he went down in front of me, from the time he hit the asphalt, for my brain to register that at 45 miles an hour, you're at a choice where, do you run over your son? Do you swerve? And I tried to swerve, and I don't know if I hit his bike. All I knew is the next thing I was sliding across the asphalt and down the hill. And then I woke up and I couldn't breathe and I had pain. We're gonna finish this run. We're gonna finish it together. He's gonna get a perfect score. I can't now because I've been out, but I'm gonna finish the run and get all the miles from here on out.
5 days later, after wrecking his motorcycle, when we both wrecked, he's got broken ribs and broken shoulder, and he's hopping on his motorcycle to ride 299 miles today with a sling.
He's riding, I'm riding, we're all riding. That's how it works. No matter what. Bullshit at home, bullshit here, whatever, you gotta make the miles.
So there's a lot to talk about on this one.
Yeah.
Well, I'm all bummed out now.
It shouldn't be. There's a lot of dynamics going on there. And one is, the one most importantly that I figured out on the Cannonball was that there's a lot of father-son teams on the race. This is a chance of a lifetime. It was to see that and have that opportunity. I wish I had a dad, which later led me to try to get Mike Carson to adopt me, but that's another story. So I think, like, if you have the opportunity to actually like get out there with your father and son, you need to be on this race. And you don't have to be what I learned. Remember, I'm the biggest outsider in this lane. I'm just a dude like coming from California to film some dudes in Japan or whatever. You know, I'm not like, I don't have a vintage bike, you know. But what I saw was like, if you have the chance, even just a chance to get in one of these races, a long form endurance race, any of these, the chase, any of these things, you are going to have the most epic time. And these are dudes, some of these dudes, these guys have done it all. They're in the retirement companies. And what I saw was guys on the road living out this amazing once in a lifetime chance. So all that being said, that video is amazing because it's got the hero shot at the end. So obviously Mike goes down in some freak accident, which I don't know if you want me to explain that or how that went down a little bit, but I'm sure Mike, there was some road construction and he ended up going down. And I got jammed up behind the cars. And so I raced up at the very last second and happened to catch what I caught, them attending to him and doing all that. They shut me down, of course. And then I kept filming and then they shut me down again. And then finally they told me to go away. Because, you know, it's not like, although I think the United States of America is our set and we're filming this thing, but they don't think that. So that's why there is some holes in that recovery. I didn't get stretcher shots and I don't even know how, you know, they were over me. And there also is the reality is, remember, I'm just one guy. So I'm having to film.
Yeah, but that's your job, man. That's, you know, that's, if you just, you have to show that. That's part of documenting the whole event. You know,
it's part of it, dude. It's part of it. There's risk. There's risk to ride motorcycles. There's risk. Oh, I get this all the time. Why don't you wear your helmet? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And it's like, dude, have you seen my job? Like, you've seen what I'm doing? This is not like, there's no insurance in what I do, life I chose for everybody.
Right.
So
I like that it's, you know, 100% unscripted.
Yes. And these
dudes, I mean,
like,
there's no fake drama. You don't have to put fake drama when you have motorcycles involved.
No, not at all. And the challenge is, the thing is, there's so many factors working here. You got to keep a machine that old on the road going day after day. Like, you got to keep getting up. That's just on top of the physical challenges of you as a competitor on this race, trying to like get into this thing. And so one thing I want to say is when I encountered the Carsons for my little interviews, that's when I knew this shit was like real. I don't know how to explain it, guys. I know the race is real. I know all this stuff. Remember, I'm just a civilian. So I kind of came into this like, what is this? And then I saw the paddock set up and okay, this is looking a little like a Formula One race. You know what I mean? I was trying to figure this out, you know? I've shot races. I know what that is. And then when you get in with the Carson dudes and they bring you in and they start talking to you and you know, like, okay, this is like, they're on some other level. They are committed to this, you know? So that blew me away. So in that clip, you'll hear even Ryan say, what did he say? Bullshit at home.
Yeah.
No, bullshit on the road.
That was a whole other story. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well, there are a million stories in the Naked City. Remember that.
Yeah. And so that clip alone has this down point of a dude going down, that's scary shit. His dad goes down and he's just like a hero I've never even seen before. I'd be like crying, like, I'm out, go home.
Well, he
And
went
that dude
down
just
too.
like sent his,
Buck went
yeah, but
down
he was
too.
like, go ahead, go ahead, son. The guy was just like on some other level. And then he's duct taping himself up, like going, and then he's just like Mr. Tape Man. And I'm filming him trying to just make his points. And he knows he's out at that point. He's still going like, and I just see people taping him up, getting his, so those last shots he's riding with, if you look at it again, he's riding with one arm, he's duct tape up, and then him and his son are going out on the American, America, going out riding. And it's just this
and just so people know, that happened in Illinois, okay? Or even maybe before.
It's a long ways.
Right?
I can't remember any of it. If I don't film like the hotel, or if I don't film like any street signs in the States, I don't know.
It's a blur. Listen, you give us a lot of videos. Let's look at some of your videos because I don't want,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love to hear you talk all night, JJ, but really enough.
No, I don't.
All right?
Enough.
Let's look at some of your videos.
Don't look at my ass.
There's Doug again.
My two bad habits, motorcycles and cigarettes. Well, we're not really in the middle of fucking nowhere, but you can see it from here.
Nice shot,
Marty,
JJ.
if you're ready for the race, say woof. That's right. That's a good boy.
The dog waited every day for him to come back to do that same thing, or when he departed. America!
Sure that's not rolling.
All right, it's so amazing. I gotta say, all that windmills, all that stuff looks so cool, and all the shots. It's like so amazing.
Another great shot.
Oh, these rolling highways? Jesus, it's amazing.
Yeah, that go forever, right?
So any of you fellers got directions to Portland, Oregon?
Heck yeah.
Oh,
you
no.
need to remember three things when you run the Cannonball. Patience, patience, patience. Get her done! Stop doing her, man!
He has the best line in there. It's not on that.
All right, let's cut in. JJ, thoughts?
Oh my God, that last part with the triplets. He says the best line. My horse is about as fast as your motorcycle. He's like on the thing, and it's like, so basically there's a bunch of guys, whenever I needed something, I would just turn the camera on and go, they would just have one-liners all the time. I could just shoot to them and they'd be like, what's up? And they would just say all the time. I could just go like, oh, I need something. And they would just give me, you can always depend on a few of these dudes, like, a dozen of these guys are just like
Question for you. Do you think
Yes,
you fit in
sometimes.
because
Depends.
you're just as
I'm
much of
willing.
a character? Do you think you fit in because you're just as much of a character as these characters on the Cannonball?
I'd say as much as a terror as you guys probably. Yeah, for sure. You know what? See, that's the thing. Again, it's so inside baseball. People have no idea how weird and funky all these dudes are. And you just don't know. But now I kind of know, like, oh, these guys there's different types, right? There's more of a straight up guy that, is a doctor and just how he would be on the camera. But there's other guys that are completely out of their minds. There's full biker guys. It's definitely like, I'm telling you, I said it before in the opening, it's final boss stage, man. If this is the thing you have to do as a collector, you've been in this game for a long time, and this is what it is, and I've been told, that what it means to ride a motorcycle and riding, I ride a chopper all the time and around chopper guys, and I see what they go through.
Can I get an amen?
There you go.
Get an amen?
But the thing that these guys are going through with the distance and the time and the whole how it is, the challenge of it, really it makes it different. It's a whole different thing. And all those videos are so, they're just a little sliver of it. And the thing is, I'm going like, back across America like this, right? I'm just like, and I gotta say, no speeding tickets. Amazing. And The guys on the slow bikes got pulled over more than I did. I was so surprised about it. There was minimal, like across the country. So many people were welcoming of the race and watching on the sidelines. I showed some of that in the video. Like people are just lined up as this, parade of insanity is going by of these dudes out on their bikes. It's a museum, like rolling down the highway. I know a lot of people say that, but I hope those videos kind of show that, And one of the things that's interesting is that when you're a part of something you're outside of, it's like you just got to the high school, right? And that's what it was like. And I got to say, Rebecca Cunningham, the filmer, and
unbelievable Rebecca.
These people were all really nice to me. A little standoffish, but always real. They were like real people.
Look at you.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
Can you blame them? Can you blame them?
No,
Look at you.
not at all, dude. Especially I'm asking for money, and if they're going to finish eating that, that's not good, right? Like, hey, are you going to finish that? That's the worst opening line.
I mean, really, come on. You do on the mirror, right?
Yeah, I mean, dude. The thing is, hey, by the way, all those dudes with the missing cheeseburgers, you guys walked away. Suckers.
You, huh?
Suckers. So just be like, I'm hungry. So I never have time to eat. So yeah, if you see me come to the camera and you're eating, you better watch your food.
Saddlebag cheeseburgers.
Oh, that's the thing. Jason, what about me on the chase? Oh my God, I do this. I figured out the best way to stay like liquidized or stay, keep hydrated is to roll in any gas station for $1. You can get a cup. So I got a whole system of the cup fits in the bag, and I'm always just rolling down the highway with like the cup right here with the straw. Just
I was going to bring that up. I was trying to look for a picture that I actually took of you riding, and you got a freaking Slurpee sitting on your stomach, and you're just up, and then you're grabbing the camera, and that freaking Slurpee just goes nowhere. It's like I've never seen anybody be able to ride like that.
I've been training my table muscles all my life.
Skags.
Yeah, I've been training my table muscles all my life. You know what table muscles are? Sorry. Yeah, I'm just not good at one-liners.
Anybody confuse you for Joe Skaggs?
No, people confuse me for like, what's his name? He does movie reviews. Wears glasses. Man. I get like Roger Moore, the director guy. I get like in the skating community, we got a filmer in the skateboard community. I always people say I look like all kinds of people. Unfortunately,
let's take a look at some of the still photos you brought in, because you just mentioned one with the drink on your chest that Jason was talking about.
Word.
I think we have some pictures here that you submitted.
Okay, cool.
Let's take a look at some of those if we can.
I would love to. That is the workflow. That's it. And that is the bike that under no intention of myself, I parked it on, I'll run, Jason, I'll run off the road to try to get a shot, park real quick. And then I just forget the kickstand a few times. And then how many times did you see me like a turtle on the side of the road? Oh man. Again, Rick's not going to see this, right?
Yeah. When you got that bike, that thing was brand spanking new. I think it had like 10 miles on it or something.
And what is that on your helmet? A satellite uplink or what? What's going on there?
Hey, if you can work that out. Yeah, that's before the GoPro had like a little cage thing. Now I have now we've upped our game. We got GoPro 9s, and I would just put the GoPro there. But usually I had it in my pocket. I have like a little small cam, and a lot of small cameras. You got to have a lot of small cameras. And then I run a big microphone actually on the top of my camera. You can see like that microphone really works. It's like directional. So that's why on the video there's like
that's good.
I mean, you can really hear the sound of the motors. That's my selfie technique. That's how I do. I haven't seen these photos. This is great. Okay, so this is the cover of a book I'm assembling right now. It's going to be out this summer. I'm putting out with a friend of mine, a high school friend, Anthony Restivo. I'm putting out a book of about 10, almost 12, 13, almost 15 years of my chopper photography and my life on riding the thing. So and I have a thing called Hopper. I started kind of like the first kind of chopper web, another one of my things. I started doing videos of chopper stuff and biker stuff. And I'm really into like that, cute bikers with vans on.
So you thought you'd just leave the C off and be cool? Is that what's going on here? No C,
exactly
it's just Hopper?
Well, I interviewed Dennis Hopper, so I was like, okay, he's
Okay.
always cooler than. I'm sorry, I don't want to offend you. I always thought he was the coolest. Right? The Billy bike.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Yeah. So I was just like, at the time, this is pre-Instagram, so you could get out and get Hopper anything, and no one had thought of it. So yeah, that's what that is. So yeah, cool. It's just I've been doing the chopper thing for a long time, and shooting for I've been doing all kinds of stuff with all the different chopper mags just for years, for decades. It's been cool. But that,
heck yeah.
Yeah, lucky guy. And so the video thing and arriving here, it's kind of ironic because I did put in a lot of time to kind of arrive. And maybe in my world, this is kind of my final stage, like getting into vintage.
Let's take a look at one of your videos then. I think we got some of them here. Let's take a look at that.
Word. Oh, Wildcat. Awesome. You guys doing the sound check, so these guys, it's an amazing squad of dudes out of, they're kind of spread out now, but mainly when I caught them, they're in Southern California, called the Wildcats. And rest in peace, Troy Crutchlow. He passed away. But you catch these groups, and it's really important. And I think Lichter would talk about this, I think, especially much better than I would. But when you can catch a crew of guys like this at a moment when, look at them. They're just, just on it. Their bikes are amazing. They've got amazing choppers. This is what it got me into it. When I saw this, I was just like, wow, look at those guys. I want to be like, there's Troy there. Amazing. So these guys, it's timeless, right? It doesn't change. That's it. That's what I'm.
Yeah, that could be 1965.
Wildcats, man. It was just amazing, dude. It was just an amazing group of guys. So I've been lucky enough to catch different groups like that, and when I can, I just jump on it. So I think that has a lot to do with why I'm just kind of like Cannonball. I'm addicted to it. I'm sure Rebecca has some of this. I'm just like Yeah, I'm gonna see how I'm just like digging into my pockets trying to figure out how I'm gonna make this race. You gotta just be there because this is it. And that's definitely what I've learned over this past year or whatever is going on. It's definitely you got to be there, man. So,
I want to chat a little bit about first time on a Cannonball and really what we put together at the end of being kind of the documentary and
the premiere
and how all that came together and how you put that together.
Yeah, that's awesome, right? So one of the coolest thing of the whole thing is that I think, is I film and I'll say, hey, when do you want your video by? So I think anyone can attest to that one turns into this big gray zone. So the thing was, I was introduced to I don't get to that. So I was like, okay, when do you want to do the video, Rick? And then Rick's like, I want to do it for this time at this party. So he has an annual party. So that's what we did. So I basically finished this video and then I went back and I went and just started chopping all the selects together. As fast as I could, just putting everything together as fast as I could. And I kind of got it to a certain point, and then I took it to this great friend of mine. His name is Mark Nisbet. He's an editor and filmer, like out of Southern California. He's a dear friend of mine, Mark Nisbet. And we got together, and he helped me I only could edit in sections, and I kind of put them all together, and he helped me kind of assemble that final part. And then I was able to kind of like get this together, and then I headed back out to Springville, Utah. And then I couldn't believe it, dude. All these people from the race showed up to see the premiere of the video. It was just like amazing to me. It was this was my Oscars. You know what I mean? I'll never of course, I'll never be able to do that. You know what I mean? In this world, it's just so, it meant a lot. It meant so much that Rick put so much into a party, and it meant so much to me. And then I went to the premiere, and then to see Jeff Decker show up, because you can never please that guy. He's always got something to say. So I was kind of like, what's he going to say? And you know what I mean? Like, I love Jeff. You know, he usually like your compliment comes on the back end, and it's this adventure with him. You got to learn with him. You go for this ride with him. And it's been a pretty long ride with Jeff. He's taught me a lot, and I've been on this trippy ride with him. But he really was like, I don't know. I'll have to ask him. I think he was really proud of me and to see this video. And I felt like Rick was happy with it. And I don't know, Jason, I thought we did a good job, and we really like got on the race and got the content. And, it's just like to turn that thing around in 3 weeks, after filming for 17, 18 days, or more. I don't know how many days. How many stages is there, Jason?
I think that there were 16 stages. So
yeah, but there's like 19
days.
days of filming. Yeah, something like that. It's like 19 days to do all that and get the video out and get the premiere up, to have all you guys down to the thing. And people flew in on their own planes and stuff. It's just craziness.
Chris,
it was. I mean, actually, it was. I think it was like within 30 or 45 days of the race ending.
Yeah.
That this final product actually came to the premiere party, and we put it online.
It's done amazing.
Now we have it on YouTube, and it has almost 700,000 views on it now.
On your channel, this thing is everywhere. I've seen it. Like, I did a video. I've done a few of these things where I do these long. I did a thing with Carrie Brobeck called The Way We Ride the Road to Sturgis, and we went out to Sturgis, and that thing it grows, and you get them on YouTube, and this thing has done the same thing. It grows and grows, and it ages like a fine wine. It just gets out there, and it's not perfect. I'm not perfect. It's none of it. That's not the intention of any of it. This is kind of like it's a little inside baseball, trying to let you know what's going on. You can't get perfect sound from the bike. You're doing your best. Nothing's scripted. No one's got like something to say, you're trying to figure it out, and to see how well it's done, to get emails and to just all the DMs and everything I've gotten over it, it's blown my mind. Because I remember, again, going back, hey, Rose, what are you doing? To like, here's the premiere.
Let's take a look.
3 months.
Let's take a look at some of that video, all right? I think he's got something up there. So he's got it racked up.
Cool. Well, I'll let you speak to that. This picture here, obviously, is it's Jason.
Oh yeah, so we'll get going. So Legends actually, sponsored this video that we put together with Rick and Vicky Salisbury, and this is just kind of a timeline of the video that JJ put together. And
okay, cool.
It's I think 60 minutes. It's 60 minutes long.
Yeah. Yes.
Today we're kicking off Motorcycle Cannonball.
And so
all of us here at Big Moose Harley Davidson can't even believe that we're the send-off location. We've been super excited all year thinking about this, and it's finally here.
Happy to
wait,
be
Jeff's
here.
got a zinger in here right away.
Finished with
Okay,
all
hold
this
on.
and get out on the road.
This time there's over 100
Here you
people
go.
on the race. The first time I went, probably the most charming adventure, there was 20 or 30 of us, it felt like, and it was pre-15. It was all the hard bikes to do it on. So I did it all 3 generations of motorcycles, and for some reason the first time was the magic one. It was the crazy hard one. But I don't have the temperament of somebody that enjoys the wind in their hair. I'm not an easy rider. I just fret and stress, and I'm just a ball of nerves. So, I mean, when people go, hey, is this thing fun? Hey, you gotta be a sadist, to do this, to take your expensive baby and go across the country.
That's what I was talking about. I love that. Jeff is just beautiful. I love that. He ramps you into the compliment. Takes you on the journey.
He's the king of the left-handed compliment, you say?
Is that what it is? He's a sweetheart to me, but it's crazy. And I gotta say, Jason, my goal. I've been trying. Cannonball needs, One thing that's important is about the Cannonball that always tripped me out is like, where is this completed piece? Where is this thing? Like, what is this thing? And it still desperately needs this anthology. It needs this Rebecca, and everyone's been filming, and I'm not familiar with all the filmers because I'm new to this, right? I'm late to the party, right? But I got it done, and I want to see. I think my vision for Cannonball, if I had wanted to see, I really want to see this. It needs a master stroke, like some final series of videos that really gets into this because this one of the things I tried to do in the video was like, hey, I took the time out to show like this is how you start a pedal bike. This is what a pedal bike is. Or I asked somebody like, why do you wear boots? And they're T-ball questions. I get it. But my wife doesn't have any idea about that stuff. And so she's like, whoa, you do that? And so it's interesting to kind of pull you guys out of like, you guys are so far down the rabbit hole. It's like, I'm kind of like trying to, offer like a long twisted donut or baguette, trying to reach you guys out of come back out and surface a little bit.
We're Indian people. That's what it's all about. He's got it done. You're ready to ride. You're ready to ride. Go take a lap, shouldn't you? We're in Pierre.
It's just catching those little moments.
Yeah, it's and I wish
I'm gonna try and ride
I used.
rest day. Sturgis, which is 2 days.
I don't want to interrupt
Don't
him.
know if I can. I'm gonna get out in the
Should I be
parking lot,
quiet,
get
or you
on
want
the
to let it
road,
roll?
see what I got. I'm gonna tape myself up. I've got a substitute rider keeping us in the race right now. If I can do it, I'm gonna do it. It might be 3 days, might be 4, but I will get back in it, and I will ride over the finish line.
Dad, I love you.
Dad.
Now, here's the thing. I want to say this time, Jason, I promise to use a tripod more often, because the thing is that I did it in that shot just before they cut it off. One of the things I think that I missed for me, like there's a lot of stuff that's I can't possibly put in the video, but in this next edit, I definitely want to stick in more about this beauty of these machines that these guys are maintaining. There are some just beat points it kind of needs. I can't believe the links these guys to keep their machine going, but there's so much going on. There's just so many things I can follow. It's just so crazy. You know what I mean? And
we really need like
it's
6 JJs.
Yeah, I need to interrupt a second because we have a comment from Chris Simmons who said you scared the crap out of her when you were standing in the ditch. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh yeah, I think those are times when the bike is turtled. Yeah, I've somehow turtled the bike, but I'm filming somewhere and it looks like I'm maybe crashed, but it's not. I know what she's talking about. There's been a couple times it's really embarrassing because I'm like, I can't pick the bike up, and I'm like, just it wasn't bad. I did it, it's a half dozen time over a couple times, not too many, but America is not so. Yeah, it's not so like secure the ground off the road. Do you know that the road is more firm than the green stuff? Okay.
She said you fell. Did you fall?
I don't know. I've fallen, but nothing. Nothing like that. No, nothing.
Well,
nothing
she says she loves you. You did a great job, and you're the most adorable baby.
She's been amazing. She's taken the time out to film so much with me, and so much. There's so much stuff that's on these drives that needs to come out, because it's like I have amazing interviews with all these people discussing Chris Simmons' like Wonderful Woman biker book by Harley. So it was just amazing. And obviously, there's amazing people. I mean, it's not just some dude like shows up and you think, oh, this dude's not going to have nothing to him, right? He just works. He's just a working guy. But those guys, it's so diverse is what I'm trying to say. It's like all kinds. You get these dudes out here that are like, taken their years to get ready for this, and that's on these hard drives, and it's just been like amazing to be a part of all these dudes just for even a short time, and especially like guys like Rich, and I think it's important that this is a time capsule too, with the passing of Rich.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I think it's also, if it continues, it's a living, breathing thing.
Absolutely. And it continues on. I think it's important, and the thing is, I became a bit advocate for it, and I got out there, and I'm like out there, and I'm talking to younger guys because of the world I'm in, or I'm talking out here, and I'm trying to get them to do it. But there's a lot of factors that it's hard. You know how it is when you're younger. It's hard to put together the time for that, but it's just not going to be easy. But if you really want to do something like epic with you and your boys, you get you just need one wrangler helping you out with the truck. When you get back, because you just need a team. You could, even if you're clever, I don't know all this stuff. This is just me, but I think you could buy in on some teams if you could get some connections going. Reach out to Jason, and you can get on these races. That's the thing. I even was like, oh, dude, if I could just figure this out with I could find 4 guys to get a bike together. You know what I mean? Jason, can you team race it? If you just get the bike together, can 2 or 3 guys go race it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've got take a look at Shinya and Nimi. They share one bike and
of course
switch on and off.
Cover. That's a recent cover I did. This 2019, where things started wrapping up. There's for Hot Bike Japan, and I'm really happy with that photo, man. I really love that. That's why I sent it. And so when I shot for Hot Bike Japan, they really just let me do whatever. The dude's cool. The guy's name's Shin Ikeda. It's been for the Japanese Hot Bike Japan, and he's just really cool editor. He just sends me on some trips and lets me know, let me know what you come up with. And I came up with that. That's Marty. And they're cool. There's a lot of it's just amazing dudes in the chopper scene. He's been riding that thing forever. He's built that thing. Amazing. But yeah, I keep powered up. I only eat erotic fruits.
So this was on the Chase.
Yeah, that was on the Chase because I think I annoyed Lichter so hard on both the races. There's not many shots. I'm surprised he had any.
Hey, let's talk
Again,
about
don't tell him.
Your take between the Chase and the Cannonball. What do you What do you like? What do you dislike between the two?
I think the best thing about like the Chase to me, like the coolest thing about that thing just keeps it's got a different vibe to it. And it's boogieing at a different pace. And you're held to a lot more of accountability, I think, as an individual, and you can't rely so much on a bigger team. You're really kind of like out there, man. So the Chase is something where you could get into. It'll have a shorter format at times. It's a way it's more achievable for someone, you know what I mean? And then the actual race, having the bikes, they're just moving quicker. The whole thing's just going quicker. The Cannonball, that thing is more experiential, and it's a life. That's like final stage, man. You just got to see America. So this gives you a chance to see the country and do it in like, I can't think of a better way. So especially for me as a filmer, this is just like, I scored, you know what I mean? There's no doubt. This is like insane. And I'm sure Rebecca says the same, and Lichter. Well, Lichter, he might just going crazy, going backwards at this point, all these years. But but when you get out there, I mean, these dudes, man, you'd be surprised. Like I was surprised how much of a biker some of these guys are. I didn't know that. I thought these dudes were like collectors. I didn't know what it was. But I think what you realize is like how these dudes are on the Cannonball. They are just part of this fabric of being like, bikers. Doesn't matter. You guys obviously collecting, more refined, you know what's up. You know what I mean? That's right. I said the word biker.
So the way that we approached these events a little bit differently as far as you're concerned. I mean, the way that we use the assets in the media, with the Cannonball, we really just kind of put together this big 60-minute documentary, and with the Chase we tried a little bit something different where we actually put episode out for each individual day, which was kind of cool too. They all have their same kind of traction, and it was nice to really put out a premiere every week and all that kind of stuff. So
I mean, it was I just think
let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay, so to get something like more digestible, whether it's like instant, it's like the whole, you're giving everybody kind of the whole, wait, is it this way? We talked about this. Anyways, so you're giving everybody like, I can't do this. You're giving everybody the whole range, from Instagram all the way out to the longer piece. And I guess, and so the Chase is definitely, it's more like compact as me as a filmer trying to do it, but it's not necessarily always true because it has the same challenges and it's got the same feel of it. I'll tell you this last time, it's sure to get a lot more hot. Last time it landed in one way we're going to Portland to Portland, Oregon, and another one you ended up down in the Key, like the beautiful Key West. I had never been out there, so that was like
Key West.
You just end up in places you just can't imagine. So you basically start the race, in some jackets, and you end up in some Crocs at the end. It's like a fashion tragedy at the end, man. It's just turn around, you're like, dude, you're wearing Crocs on your panhead? It turns into a mess. There was one dude that rolled the whole Chase in his Crocs. So I would say the fashion is a lot more awful on the Chase. And I feel like the Cannonball stays a little tighter.
Right.
Jason, you gotta do something. Is there a code of conduct for this or what?
That's a different angle.
We're a little more rogue on the Chase, I guess you could say.
That's a different angle, the fashion of the Cannonball.
I mean, there's shots I'm shooting, I'm looking, I'm like, okay, Crocs, and then that guy's got suspenders and a knife, and it's got this whole like eclectic gathering of like, beardo biker to like, I don't know what this guy, like vacation guy, you know what I mean? Totally funny.
Right.
Good stuff. But it's just a ton,
Let's take a look at another video real quick.
Cool. Which is my best side?
You'll have to mash a button to start it. Mash the brake.
Yes.
Couldn't.
Couldn't.
I didn't run today. God damn it, you're trying to embarrass me in public? Son of a bitch, I didn't make it. But tomorrow, I'm going to run like a wild panther. Piston won't fucking last to run, huh? Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I want. You think you're 100 years old, you wouldn't blow apart? We'll help you if you can't. We ride them to the max. You're the only one left,
We
man.
ride them to the max.
Are you on your last cash or you still running strong? Yes, what?
It's up to me.
No, it ain't up to you.
It's up to
Oh,
us.
this is beautiful.
I hope he loses a little more weight going over there. I can't line up on the groceries, I tell you. Hey, he ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Brother.
He ain't heavy.
He ain't heavy. He's my brother.
Did I tell you I love you today, creep?
Yes, you did.
I'll never tell you again, asshole.
So we got to get him. We got to get him on the show because
He hasn't been on the show? Oh my God. So that dude is
we've
like,
been trying.
speaking of bikers.
We've been trying. We got to get Rowdy. I mean, that for those of you following along who don't know the characters.
Yeah. Do you even know his government name? You can't find him. He's untraceable. He's like just a myth, man. He doesn't exist. He's like when he
He's
leaves
Rowdy.
later.
That's all we know him as is Rowdy.
Disappears into the
And that's what he
fog. You're
goes
just like later, Rowdy. Yeah, that dude was like a mile a minute when you turned to him, but he was rad, man. I mean, I don't want to say too much about him, but there's definitely like I could always count on him to be like, always just on. And that run him like a wild panther. That became me and Landon's thing the whole time. Hashtag run him like a wild panther. And then we just kept every time we'd see him, that kept us alive in the hotel room because we just kept recording that. And then I made a song from that. I chopped it up, run like a wild panther. I didn't want to, I made this whole like we're sitting back and forth, me and Landon. We love that guy. That guy is like, and all I did was like, I got to be careful because I can't just stalk one guy, right? I got to film 150 people. So
yeah, Rebecca says he's
like,
larger than life. That's for sure.
He is life.
He is
like,
life.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh wait, hold on. On my mood board. Oh, it's on this way. I don't know if you could see it. Oh yeah, right. No, sorry guys. He's right there.
On your mood board.
Yeah, that's my dude. Hold on.
So tell us about the mood board. What's the meaning of the mood board?
That's my dude right there. There he is.
Yep, that's Rowdy.
Look at that guy. Isn't that beautiful? Oh man. Yep. Yeah, that's just beautiful. I'm serious, man. It's Mike Carson for president. We'll have him for like VP. Everything will be okay. Guy is amazing.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Hell yes. So I would think like I gotta like not spend as much time with Rowdy. Like I need to get it, and like I gotta just like get off my Rowdy addiction. Him and Carson, just like always like what are those two is doing? You know what I mean? And then
but
I've been
crack
upset.
cocaine. They're so addicting.
Well, Rinker's the same way too. Rinker's like that.
Well, I mean, I've been upset since Carson wouldn't file the adoption papers.
I think it's guys like that though that really bring stuff out of other people too, people that might be a little bit more proper.
Oh yeah.
Some of the doctors and lawyers that we have, some more of the professional people. These guys bring a different side out to these guys, I think
and you got some
make them let loose a little bit.
Is it Wicked Oz? I'm sorry, I don't know. I've got so many names.
Twisted Oz.
Twisted Oz. I mean, when you turn the camera on Twisted Oz and he's, or some of these guys, and they're putting it down in the middle of the night by themselves, just, doing all the stuff that you go to I dropped my bike off for the shop, for a week. He's turning it around that day, that night. And all these guys are doing it. I mean, there's some famous videos that I've seen of Shinny Kimura's all night rebuilds. These guys are, that's on another wavelength, these guys, but they just add that thing. They're just, and I'm telling me as a total guy that's a civilian coming in, so green thumb, and I come in this thing, and then you just all it takes is one tour of Mike Carson's trailer, and you're like, oh, yeah, this is the real deal. Yeah, you see it. Not that everyone's rad, but I'm just saying, it affected me that way.
It's been an hour and a half that just went like that.
Oh, really?
Let's do a little bit more here. I think there's one last video.
Let's do one more video and then we'll wrap it up.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Everyone's fun. Look at the pretty bikes. There we go. That's what I'm saying. Look at these machines. You know what I mean? People don't know how, what motor that is. People don't know that stuff. You know, it's amazing to see it. That one's shiny. That's unusual. So one thing I thought was important before I do get off, and I know you've probably talked about it a lot, but I did want to say like how thankful I was to meet Rich Rao.
Oh, great guy.
And I want to, and I just wanted to know that was really important to me, to getting to meet Rich and filming Rich. And he was one of these really inviting characters that really had me into his paddock area. Said, "Hey, JJ," all the time. And I'm always going to regret that I didn't roll with him when he invited me to go do something else, film something. I blew it, you know, but I just want to say that it meant a lot.
So for those of you who don't know, Rich Rao was one of the riders. He's been on several Cannonballs. Great guy, passed away shortly after the last Cannonball, I believe. Not from a motorcycle related incident, I don't believe. He just and we're gonna miss Rich a lot. He was a good friend and a good guy.
So it's so important. And I want to say thank you to, I think it's important. I just want to say this real quick. You know, thank you to Jeff Decker, Chandler, and most important, like Salisbury's, for even believing in this crazy when he took the phone call from me and trying to ask him to get on this thing. And, you know,
you left out Lichter.
Yeah, of course, Michael Lichter. Yeah, Michael Lichter and I go back. So I thank you to Jason and everybody. But for my path into this thing, I couldn't have done this without like that crew of people just giving me this. And then, you know, for Rose, just thank you so much again. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I'm so lucky to be doing this. Like I don't think I don't
thank you for being you, for who you are, and for everything
I kept calm, I hope. Thank you. I try to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure to get to know you.
Awesome.
And the work you've done, some sensational shots. I know Jason is changing a battery, so we're going to hang out and chat.
I'm back.
Okay.
And he's back, supposedly.
Hey,
okay, cool.
Before we get out of here, I mean, we know, I mean, between me and you, we know we have plans for you coming back on the next Cannonball.
Right on.
Jason, turn your camera on.
I'm trying. Little technical difficulty.
All right, well, talk to JJ here.
So this thing is, I really want to see, and the world needs to see, a really deep doc in the riders, and this needs to happen. I know a lot of people are asking for it, but this there's so much here, man, so much history, blah blah blah. Everyone knows all that stuff, you know.
Well, I've been watching the comments here, and everybody keeps reaching out. You're gonna have to go back and watch, but everybody's
okay. I will. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it.
What a wonderful person you are. I don't see it. I don't personally see it, JJ.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's because I haven't given your money back yet. Sorry, I'll pay you next time I see you.
There might, well, you know, that would help. You know, send your donation in, and we'll have
Patreon /.com Patreon. Send them all. Send me all your cupcakes.
Oh
yeah, but thank you so much. I'm so lucky to be here, and I, you know, all the other filmers. Thank you for letting me around.
The people had. Thank you. One of the questions the people had was they want to know where they can see your stuff. Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have a page?
Cool. So I absolutely don't have my shit together as well as you would expect, right?
Right.
So I have an Instagram page. It's just photo by JJ, singular photo by JJ, and that's where I update regularly with me and my baby. I got a baby. That's a whole other story. I'll say it. So then, and then I have a YouTube page, video by JJ. But all the links, Instagram's a good place to start. And then I have the YouTube page, video by JJ.
Yeah, and I understand during the show some of the links were posted. So
so I'm not hard to find. And just, you know, any subway you roll in, I could be working there, you know. So just look out for me. What would you like on your sandwich? How big do you want your polka dots?
Yeah. You want Swiss? You want Swiss cheese? You want pickles?
Exactly. And it'll taste the same. People just order the sandwich, dude. Just go, I want the one in the picture. Because all your little picking, it's just Subway, dude. Or whatever it is. I'm not right? Am I wrong?
What are you doing right now, buddy? What are you working on right now?
So
anything?
Right now, Dude,
Yeah.
I'm being a dad. I've been a dad recently because of all the travel restrictions. I can't leave the country. So that's been an issue. So I worked on my book and I do some like Instagram videos and stuff and have a good time. And I do client work. I work for here in Japan. I do little stuff in the skateboarding lane and, you know, motorcycle stuff, just a little bit, but not much. You know, this last year has really been hard on me. But ironically, it hasn't been because I've just enjoyed the time of like, okay, and I made the best of it, you know, and I had a baby, you know, so that's just been crazy. So I'm doing that. I'm Mr. Mom.
You're gonna lose some of that baby weight now.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And I'm mainly just getting that book done. Trying to find. I've been told I got to have 400 photos by August, and it's just a nightmare. So at my pace, so I got to have my top. So when I see you at at the Cannonball, I can be like, "Here's my book, bro." You know what I mean? It's just gonna, you know what I mean? So that's it, man. I got to get this book out, and that's it. Lots of writing.
Best wishes and good luck to you, Jason.
you.
I guess you have some more questions for him. And then...
Oh, just a happy guy. Oh, just a look at that, a happy. Oh, the happy dog. Oh, just a happy. Good, my happy.
Thank you.
That kind of sums you up, doesn't it? That should be your.
Totally. I mean, I'm being reframed in this little square. I'm trying. I'm being best I can, but I just, you know, for some reason, zooming is not the most accurate way, you know, to portray somebody.
Hey, so you know, with everything going on, we don't know if we're going to be able to get you over here in July for the chase or not.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive we'll see you in September on the Cannonball.
Yep.
I know we're going to put some great things together with that.
Yes.
Other than that, I mean, after September, it's kind of the way that we always try to end the show here is what's the next year bring for JJ?
So I think this next year is because I hit America. The plans are like to return to America this August. And then I start working on a chopper doc for Choppers magazine. And so we're doing like a thing on that. And then and I've got my book, and that's gonna be the main thing, doing these photo shows and just, you know, being about me. And then just more selfies, man. Just like really keeping my selfie game tight. You know what I mean? Just like working on, like trying to work on it, you know, button, thumb, just selfie game. Lots of videos working on
over under. I'm gonna do an over under for the Cannonball of how many Slurpees and iced teas you're gonna consume.
There you go. Seriously, dude. Iced teas. That is dude, Arnold Palmer's all the way. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. It's just it's a new reality, man. Just like but everything's getting going, and it's time to go, man. It's just time to go. Let's just go. I can't.
Speaking of time to go, I think we've had enough of you, JJ. That's it.
Dude, me too.
All right.
Get the hook, Jason.
Thank you very much.
Hey, I want to thank. All right, I want to thank you again for coming on the show. It was great. We'll definitely have to have you back on before September, just to do a catch up. Maybe we'll do some kind of creative something with him ahead of time.
Yeah, I want an autograph
to add to the document that that we wanted to put together this year. So again, thanks for coming on the show. And,
thank you.
Thanks,
we'll
buddy.
See you later.
Great to see you, JJ. Hang in there,
Thank you. Great to see you guys. See you guys.
All right.
That was fun,
I told you that was going to be fun. Anyway, we're way over a lot of time schedules. So, hey, just a quick reminder that tomorrow, sometime midday, registration for the cross country chase opens up. Make sure if you're slightly interested at all, get on it. Like I said, I think it's going to fill up quick. So we're super, super excited for everything. Again, another great show next week for you guys. I think we're bringing on a chase rider, Richard Campbell, which will be another great show. We'll get to see some stuff and hear some stuff that we're not usually used to. So,
and let me throw in a shameless plug here, if you don't mind, for all your.
We're going to get out of here, or what?
All your antique and modern motorcycle needs, go to retrocycle.com. Can I do a little commercial here, please?
Hey, we should have done that in commercial time.
So yeah, visit retrocycle.com. Jason, take us out.
All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you again next week. Have a good time. Get out on the motorcycles and ride them.